I was wrong. The prices in this community don't start at $234,000. They start at $200,000. And today we are in Conroe's hottest new community, and we've got 3 different products to show you, starting over here with their largest 50-foot product. Then we've got a super modern 45-foot, and I'm used to seeing homes this nice inside cost around $500,000. That is not the case right here. And last but not least, we're gonna show you inside of Lennar's 40-foot product with prices starting at $234,000. So if you're looking for a new construction home and you wanna be in the Conroe area, you're gonna wanna check out Cielo. And one thing that just opened up right next door is they have a brand new elementary school. So literally it's in the neighborhood. You can walk your kids to and from school, and they have sidewalks, so it's nice and safe. And the location's great. You're on the northeast side of Conroe, about 10 minutes from the freeway, 10 minutes from downtown Conroe. So there's plenty of shopping, but you're just right on the edge of where all of the development is taking place. And that's why they're able to deliver these rock bottom prices. And what's great about being over here on the northeast side of Conroe is you've got these gorgeous pine trees. They line the exterior of the entire community. So this isn't some barren wasteland. It's aesthetically pleasing, it's pretty. And they even have pickleball courts under construction right now, which will be a nice touch for an entry-level, kind of builder-level community. So we're gonna get you inside all 3 of these builders. I'm telling you right now, I think this one is gonna be your favorite just because of how modern it is. And when you see the price of it, you're gonna be blown away. But if you're looking for something larger, you're gonna wanna check out Brightland Homes, which is where we're gonna start. So follow me over here. We're gonna get you inside this model home, and all along the way, we're gonna tell you everything that there is that you would wanna know about living right here in Cielo in Conroe, Texas. Our first builder today is Brightland Homes, and what was really cool is right as we were pulling up, their model home was closed today, but the builder recognized me because we had sold a Brightland home about 2 years ago to one of our clients from our YouTube channel. So we got the special hookup. He unlocked this home, so it's just us on this tour today. There's gonna be no distractions. And the first thing that I noticed as soon as you come in here is how open this product is. This is definitely gonna be the most open floor plan that we're gonna see today. And this home really isn't that large. It sits just over 2,000 square feet, but because you're on a 50-foot wide lot, which is the largest lots they offer here in Cielo, you're gonna get the ability to widen the home and give you a lot more space in this open concept. So starting over here in the kitchen, the first thing I noticed is how nice the finishes are for this price point. In fact, as soon as we walk out, I'll tell you where the prices start on these Brightland homes. But Brightland used to be Guillen Homes. They changed branding about a year ago. As I mentioned, we've sold a lot with them, and overall, our clients have been really pleased with the product. So starting over here in the kitchen area, you got a really great view out into this living room, but you do have a kitchen island. It's not a massive kitchen island, but you don't need a massive kitchen island for a 2,000 square foot home. I think what stands out to me are gonna be the cabinetry. So you've got the white oak, which these natural wood tones have definitely gotten really popular again. Flipping around over in this direction, you have a huge dining area. I mean, the fact that they can fit a 6-seater circular table just goes to show, I mean, it's not crammed here at all. So you could do a rectangle as well. You could easily fit an 8-seater. And then I really appreciate that even though it's all one big open area, everything has its own dedicated space. So you've got a clear walkway here that you're not gonna be, obstructing it with any of your furniture choices. And then over here, this is definitely not a standard feature. This is kind of a cool thing that their designers decided to do. I'm not really sure what I think about it, to have these exposed ropes here in the middle of the living room, but it definitely adds some character, gives it a nice touch. And as far as the living room goes, I think that this is plenty of space. You've got really 2 3-person sofas. You can comfortably sit 6 people in here, plus the chair. Usually people living in a 2,000 square foot home don't have more than 6 people living in the home, so you still have extra space for hosting purposes. Now this is the space that I think I might even wanna maybe close off potentially and have as a formal office. They don't have a dedicated office in this home, and this is just a 3-bedroom home. But this is gonna give you the ability to have more of a flex space. I don't love the idea of using this as a playroom for the kids because where can you hide all of the toys? But if you don't really have a bunch of guests, you don't really care about keeping up appearances, then this would be a great area for the kiddos to have all of their stuff. Now, one thing I didn't show you, back over here through the kitchen, you've got your pantry, double doors here, so decent size. I would say, adequate for the home of this size. However, back over here is gonna be your laundry room. And I would say that it's not the widest laundry room I've seen, However, it's plenty deep, and you're also gonna have a little landing area here. So typically, in the model homes, the garage is opened up for the sales office, which they did here, but I do believe that there would normally be a door here, and you would actually enter the home from the garage right about there. Now, the secondary bedrooms are gonna be up at the front of the house, but the master sits right back over here off of the back of the home. However, I do wanna show you the backyard. Now, before I show you the backyard, I have to tell you, most of the lots out here are not this big. However, the model homes have some huge lots. If you wanted us to get you a lot this size, the good news is this neighborhood's relatively new, so there's still plenty of lot selections available. I think I just got hit with a spider web. But there's plenty of lot selections available, so we could find you one of these nice perimeter lots, and as you can see over there in the distance, those are those pine trees I was telling you about. It's a gorgeous day out here. And then check this. Right over your shoulder is the elementary school. So it's in the neighborhood, walking distance, super convenient, safe. They've got the 20-mile-an-hour school zone light, so everybody's gonna slow down. But this isn't like a high through traffic community. You don't have to go through the neighborhood to get to the school. They've got an entrance on the other side, so you shouldn't be bogged down with a bunch of like afternoon traffic from the school if you're just trying to, get to your house. Now, coming back inside, you've got the master bedroom off the back of the house. And they did something cool I haven't seen. This is obviously part of their designers, but this doesn't come standard, but they did some really cool backlighting over here. I think they took like sheetrock and just textured it, so pretty interesting. Plenty of room for a king-size bed, 2 nightstands, you have a full-size dresser behind you, double windows. And one thing I didn't comment on are these floors. They're a wood look luxury vinyl plank. However, I like them. The texture looks pretty real. You can definitely tell they've got a plastic sound to them, but other than the sound, the look of them is pretty convincing. Now in here, another thing I noticed is they have these modern pull tabs. I like how sleek those are. Huge picture frame window, getting a lot of natural light in here. Now, there's a little bit of a compromise in this bathroom, and I have to say I like this bathroom for a home of this size, because a lot of builders are just scrapping the tubs altogether these days. But in order to get you their tub, this might be one of the smaller showers we have seen. So I'm not the biggest guy in the world, and this feels a little tight. So I can only imagine somebody larger than myself in here trying to take a shower. So you do have a shower. It would work for me, but it wouldn't work for some 6'5", 300-pound gentlemen. So just take that into consideration when you're picking which floor plan you like here. You do have the toilet room over here. I like that they've got the black hardware everywhere. Definitely gives it a more modern look. And then as far as closet space goes, there we go. We got robes. One for you, one for me, Keith. There we go. Closet space is decent, about what I would expect in a 2,000 square foot home. I wish they would make closets bigger, and this isn't a knock on Brightland. This is pretty much all of the builders building homes in this price point, but I just feel like we've been talking about this a lot lately. No matter how big your home is, you still probably have about the same amount of clothes. So I think they need to make closets bigger. It looks like this is kind of the smart home panel where they're bringing in some of the outside Wi-Fi and some of the wires. So that is it for in the master. Now let's go back up to the front of the house and show you those other 2 bedrooms. Now there's one downside that I've noticed to this floor plan, and it's that there's really not a secondary space for you to get away and retreat. However, I think the pro here is you're getting a much larger living room than a lot of 2,000 square foot 1-story homes. And look up really quick. They did something also pretty neat here. They've got the undermount lighting. And then this is what I mentioned is gonna typically be the garage. This is usually closed off in an actual inventory home. However, they've got their sales office set up over here. Now, you got your other 2 bedrooms rounding it out to be a 3-bedroom home here at the front. This is cute. This is an upgrade. This doesn't come standard, obviously, but I like that they did the wallpaper. This is a full-size bed, so not the largest bedrooms, but big enough to fit a good-sized dresser. Huge nightstands. I don't know, it's like wicker or something. And then decent-sized closets over here. Both of these front bedrooms are going to share this bathroom here. You've got a single vanity, but you're still getting that white oak. And then I like that they took the tile in the bathtub all the way up to the ceiling. Sometimes to save a few pennies, they'll only go up like, a couple feet. So this is last but not least. I don't see a lot of model homes cornering beds. This is a full, so technically you could do this, but I would probably center it up and have a nightstand on each side. I think you would still have adequate amount of space. Good job, Keith, hitting the dinger. All right, well, that's it. Let's get you outside. We're gonna tell you exactly how much these homes cost, but stick around because if you're looking for the best deal, the very last home we have to show you today starts at $234,000. Brightland is gonna have home sizes ranging from 1,550 square feet, which is their smallest product, going all the way up to larger products than what we just showed you, around 2,750 square feet. But what's great is they've got many move-in ready inventory homes on the ground ready for you to buy before this upcoming summer. And their lowest priced home in the largest product series out here in these 50 foots is still $257,900. So that's where the prices are gonna start with Brightland, with a lot of the same finishes that you saw in that house, and they're gonna go all the way up to around $320,000. So even their most expensive move-in ready home right now is still at that $320,000 mark, which goes to show just how affordable some of these homes can be right here in Cielo. Now, if you're looking for a more modern, big two-story family home, I think Castle Rock is gonna check that box for you. But before we go in there, if you don't already know, my name's Kyler Ferris. I'm a broker here in the Conroe area. We cover all of Houston. And in fact, just last year alone, we sold 368 homes. Half of those were straight from our YouTube channel. So if you're thinking about moving to Houston, don't be shy. Do what we always say to do. Just pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you guys make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. Now we are stepping inside of Castle Rock's 45-foot model home. So yes, the lot shrunk by about 5 feet, but this home is actually gonna be larger than the floor plan that we showed you next door. So we're gonna start up and we're gonna run this home front to back just the way that it actually flows. So you've got a home office here at the front, giving you that dedicated space to have some place to work from home. Obviously with COVID a couple years ago, a lot of people are working remotely these days. So this is a pretty good size home office. You could also double this up as a playroom if you don't need to be working from home. So this is one extra space that that home next door didn't have to offer. Now this would typically be the garage and be completely closed off. And then right over here, you've got your downstairs half bathroom and your laundry room. So conveniently located here in the middle of the home, but get ready for this. This is where this home opens up. Check out how nice and spacious this two-story downstairs living room is. You've got an ultra modern staircase. And this is the thing that I see in homes. I mean, we're talking $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, $1 million plus homes have these same exact stair rails in them. And when I tell you the price of these homes, your jaw is going to drop. Now, a couple features in here that I absolutely love, aside from just how spacious this layout is, are gonna be these floors. These appear to be real wood. Now, I don't know for sure if this was some kind of vinyl product. It's fooling me, but you're gonna have a lot of different options with Castle Rock when it comes to having some of these more modern finishes. Now, the living room's huge. This is about double the size of what I would expect to be in a 2,500 square foot home, but that's not it. You spin around over here, you got plenty of counter space. It's nice and open. So a lot of times the counters will come over to here and you'll just have these, congestion points in the kitchen, especially if you're hosting for holidays or cook a lot. But I'm not seeing that here. I'm seeing a nice peninsula. You can fit 3 bar stools, a great place to be able to see the TV. If you were gonna mount a TV, you could either go on that wall, but I would probably go just under there on that staircase and have it all set up that way. That way nobody's walking in front of your TV. Now, you do have a kitchen island as well as the peninsula, and I like that you have an island with no sink in it. So plenty of counter space. You've got your slide-in gas range, all stainless steel appliance package, stainless steel dishwasher, white shaker cabinets. Now these don't have pull tabs on them, but you could definitely add those later. And then they went with a glass door. I don't particularly like the glass door. Let me know in the comments below if your pantry's a mess like mine is. If there's one, our house looks great. It's show ready all the time, except the pantry. So I don't think I'd want a glass door on it, but decent sized pantry space. Over here, you've got your dining area. Now, what is different about this home as opposed to next door is this is definitely a tighter dining space, meaning, this is a 6-seater table and there's no way somebody could even sit on that end. So I would see this being used more in like a circular kitchenette. You might even run the table long ways that way and get rid of those cabinets. So still a little bit of work to do over here in my opinion, in terms of layout, but man, another huge backyard. So these model home lots are definitely gonna have larger yards. Now what does come standard are these back patios. This is I would say a 12-foot by 18-foot back patio. Pretty pretty sizable for a 2,500 square foot home. Now you've got exterior hardy plank, you've got the black and the white, give it a more modern color palette. You've got the stained cedar posts, and these aren't wrapped. This is actually solid posts, which is nice to see. You got your hose bibs over here, full gutters around the back of the house. And really, you could do a lot on this patio in terms of putting an outdoor kitchen. You've got plugs for your grill if you run like a pellet grill. I don't see any plugs for a TV, but you do have a good place to mount a TV where it would be completely protected from all of the elements. Now, this is just one of the coolest views that I have seen, but we're gonna go show you the master bedroom. But before we do that, I do wanna tell you exactly where we are today. So I'm gonna just take a nice little seat here. We're in Conroe, Texas, as I mentioned, but we are just on the northeast side of Conroe, which means we're north of Loop 336, which is the loop that runs around Conroe. And we're gonna be east of the freeway. We're about 10 minutes from I-45. And if you're not even familiar with the Conroe area, Conroe sits about 45 minutes north of downtown Houston. It's only about 20 minutes from the Woodlands, Texas, which has a lot of the higher end, nicer shopping. It's definitely one of the more robust Houston suburbs. So if you're looking for proximity to the Woodlands, but you want to kind of be on the outskirts of where all the development is headed right now, and you want to get in at a rock bottom price and ride that appreciation up, Cielo's definitely going to check a lot of those boxes for people. You're located right next to Dyson Industrial Park here, so if you're in any of the manufacturing jobs over there, you're gonna be like 5 minutes away from work. You also have the Conroe Airport nearby, which is a cool place. They have a restaurant there. We love to take the kids because you can eat at the restaurant from the second deck and watch all the planes take off. So that's a really awesome feature. However, you've got convenient access around Conroe just because of where you're located here on the loop. And you're only about 25 minutes away from Lake Conroe. So if you like to fish or wanna go boating, you're not too far away from Houston's playground, which is what I like to call it, because the lake here in a couple months when the weather warms up is absolutely popping, and it's a great thing for you to go out and do with the family. So now let's show you off the back of the house here. We do have the master bedroom, and it opens up. Plenty of space. It doesn't feel crammed or tight. They were able to fit a full king size bed with no issues, with your nightstands. Pretty much the same size, I would say, as what we saw over next door. They've got a lot of abstract art in here too, by the way. There's some cooler paintings. I don't know if I love this one, but the one in the living room is pretty sweet. Now, same thing as next door. You got a galley style master bathroom. It's okay, you do have two vanities, but these are single piece vanities, so the sinks are built in. They're not gonna be your quartz countertops. You do have a shower over here, so we're having to get nice and cozy. I wanna say this might be a hair bigger than next door, but not by much. The difference is you do have a little shelf here and in the corner to set some of your soaps. Good soaker bathtub with the white subway tile. I like that this is fogged glass, so that way you don't have to have window treatment, so you can still get the light, but have the privacy. Toilet room's a little bigger, so no knee knocker here. And then closet space, pretty decent, actually. Yeah, for a 2,500 square foot home, it's skinny, but it's longer. You've got more hanging space in this closet. You've got the shoe shelves here. So overall, I would say, I'll give it a 7. I really like all of the abstract art that they have in this house because it complements the modern elements that Castle Rock has in their homes. You'll notice that the staircase really is the main focal point of this house, whether you're on the first floor or if you're up here on the second floor. Now, as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, you do have a little bit of the spillover feature, so you can equally look down from up top as you can from down below, but you've got a sizable living space here. It's not I would say a tiny game room. It's got plenty of space for your TV, your sofas. However, one of your bedrooms is immediately up at the top of the stairs. They've got this one set up as a nursery. This is definitely on the smaller side of things as far as bedrooms go. However, you do have your nice little closet over here. Got your window facing the front of the house, getting plenty of sunlight. And coming over here, this bedroom is gonna be larger. You do have a full-size bed. Definitely would prefer this room if I were one of the kids out of your 3 options up here. This one's gonna give you more space. Similar size closet though, so we'll get you inside of all of these. They're not walk-in closets, but decent amount of hanging space. You've got about 6 feet of hanger space in total. Now, all 3 of these bedrooms are gonna share this bathroom. So it's got the dual vanity, it's got the shower and the tub combination. You've got your linen closet here in the hallway. And then last but not least, this is pretty comparable, probably the biggest of the 3 rooms. So pretty much you just don't wanna get that first bedroom up here on the second floor, which is why they stage it as a nursery. And we'll see what we get closet space wise here. Pretty much the same thing. So no walk-ins here on the second floor. This floor plan's 2,500 square feet. But as we walk outside and head over to our next builder, I'm gonna tell you the floor plans, the sizes, and the prices of Castle Rock's homes. Castle Rock builds a wide variety of different floor plans, both 1 and 2 story. Their smallest floor plans start at 1,600 square feet, and their largest go all the way to 2,800 square feet. Now, the floor plan that we just walked is called the Trinity. It's one of their most popular floor plans, and it sits just over 2,500 square feet. And you're not gonna believe the price. They actually have a move-in ready inventory home that's the same exact floor plan that you just saw listed right now for $351,000. For modern finishes, you get the cool staircase, just as you saw it, for $351,000. Their cheapest homes, their lowest price point homes, start in the $280,000. So for $280,000, you can get you into one of their smaller products, and $350,000 is actually their most expensive product. So still very affordable, but if you're looking for the most affordable, we're gonna have to walk over next door to Lennar. Now, one interesting fact is there was a home builder here in the Conroe area that we've done a lot of videos on. We know a lot of their salespeople, and it was called Roush Coleman. Well, just a few weeks ago, Roush Coleman got purchased by Lennar. So you're gonna see Lennar badging all throughout this house, but technically this was a Roush Coleman product, and so they're still building those same floor plans that Roush Coleman was building. And we've sold a lot of their products. We like a lot of their products. So even though this is Lennar, you will notice a little bit of a difference between how this layout is configured from a Lennar home over to a Roush Coleman. So let's pop inside and check it out. Last but not least, we are in Lennar's 40-foot model home, and it is not big. This is 1,459 square feet, but it's also not expensive either. So starting over in the kitchen, the counter space is actually pretty good considering that this is a smaller, skinnier living room setup. Now, what I do appreciate is that it's got the informal dining, so this is all one connected space. You've got room for 3 bar stools, plenty of overhang. In fact, I had this exact granite in my first home, and come to think of it, my first home was a Lennar, so that makes a ton of sense. You've got a deep farmhouse sink, stainless steel, same sink I had in my first Lennar townhome. Stainless steel kitchen appliances, slide-in gas range. They do have gas out here, which is great, so you're not cooking on electric. If you've never had gas, you will never go back. You've got your microwave up over the top, and then the pantry is gonna be tucked in right over here. Plenty of space. It's not a walk-in pantry, but keep in mind, a 1,400 square foot home is pretty similar to an apartment. So it's nicer, in my opinion, especially with the interest rate incentives they have right now. Stop throwing that money away on rent. At $200,000+ homes at the prices we're gonna show you when we walk out of here, you're gonna realize that home ownership is for you at these prices. And check this out. This is a recent thing we've been seeing in the past year where you get the plugs in the counters. Some of them, not these, but some of them even have the wireless phone chargers where you can just set your phone on top of it. So we do have the informal dining area. Clearly this fits a 6-seater table. I don't think it's too crammed. It's actually less crammed than the Castle Rock. And then as far as the living room setup goes, decent, pretty decent size. That's pretty much the only place you would have your TV, so you definitely have some kind of sofa set up over here. And I like how they didn't block this walkway with chairs because it is such a small home. You want to leave it nice and open. Now, getting us some fresh air here on the back porch. You do have a good covered patio, comes standard. Now this home is hardy plank, just like the others, but it's hardy plank on all of the sides. So it's not like 4-sided brick. That's one of the ways they're able to cut costs. This is a really durable product. It lasts a long time, but it's less expensive than a brick home is gonna cost you. You've got your master bedroom off of the back of the house over here. So you do have plenty of room for a king bed. I don't know if I've told y'all this before, but one time I came in a model home and I went to jump on the bed and it was an air mattress. So it wasn't even a real bed and it like collapsed on me. So I always have to double check. Plenty of room for, just standard bedroom furniture, nothing crazy, not massive. You got 9-foot ceilings, so not big 10-foot ceilings. And in here, you've got a luxury vinyl plank, single vanity. I do like that you've got a little space to like sit down here, but what it does do is it takes away pretty much all of your cabinet space. You don't even have a drawer in here. So you don't even have a drawer to store your stuff. You do have exposed shelving. So instead of like a linen closet, you can just hang stuff up here. And as far as closets go, it's not gonna be on the bigger side of things. But whenever I tell you the price, it's all gonna make sense. So they didn't have room for a tub in here, but this is the biggest shower of the day, guys. Look at this. Nice, now a full-grown man can still take a shower. This is still a little tight here, but you've got a lot more, now you can just shower sideways. So that's it for the master bathroom. Let's go check out the other bedrooms up at the front of the house. Now, even though the home is only 1,459 square feet, surprisingly, it's a 4-bedroom. So this isn't a 3-bedroom. You've got your laundry room tucked in off of this hallway, and then you have one of your other 3 bedrooms. They've got it set up as like a place where they would previously showcase all of the different selections. In fact, I'll even bring you in here in the closet, but this is where you can pick out your brick and your tiles and your cabinets and your flooring and all that stuff. But I think with the rebrand, with Lennar buying them, they're tweaking some stuff. Now this is going to be the only other bathroom in the house. So it is a full bathroom, but keep in mind, in the whole house, you got 2 sinks and 2 bathrooms. So amongst 4 bedrooms, not a lot of bathroom space, but more likely than not, somebody buying this house is gonna use one of these rooms as a home office. So really you could think of it as a 3-bedroom with a home office, decent closet space, actually deeper than I was expecting it to be. And then over here, you've got a final bedroom. They've got a kind of a day bed setup, so twin day bed. You could easily put like a trundle pull out in here. Window, you got plenty of room for, a huge dresser. So overall, I'm happy with it. I think the thing I'm happiest with about this home is gonna be the price on it. I was wrong. The prices in this community don't start at $234,000. They start at $223,000. I just walked out of talking with one of the salespeople here at Lennar, and I was under the impression that the cheapest home they had was $234,000. That's not true. We found one that's under construction right now that they're willing to sell at $223,000, which is insane. That's probably one of the cheapest homes in a neighborhood this nice that we've seen in well over a year. Now, their floor plans are gonna start as small as 1,249 square feet, which is pretty much the size of an apartment. The difference is you can own it. You can get out of that apartment life and go ahead and start building equity in an area that I really do think you're gonna see a lot of appreciation. And if that's too small for you, don't worry. Even their most expensive home is $283,000, and it's right around 2,300 square feet. So you're gonna have plenty of options between these 3 builders depending on what it is you're looking for. If it's price driven, it's gonna be tough to beat that. But even Brightland and Castle Rock have homes in that $250,000, $280,000 price point. So tons of reasonable options here. And maybe you like what you see here, but you're not totally sold on Conroe. Well, there are plenty of other neighborhoods here in Conroe that I think you need to explore. And we even have videos on a lot of them. So be sure to check out some of these videos right here if you're thinking about moving to Conroe. And as always, if you have any questions or you're even contemplating moving to Houston, you know what to do. Don't be shy. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.